My destiny. Sorry, I'm singing a song. I shouldn't be singing a song when a live stream starts. I don't really sing. I don't really sing on key, like in tune. So I don't think YouTube's gonna get angry at me. For some reason, I've been listening to The Police lately, like the band The Police. Some really good songs. But hey, hi everybody. How are you doing? Let me just test to make sure everything is working properly. It looks like it is. Welcome to this live Q&A English lesson, which also will be featuring photos from many of you. So it was really fun this week to go through the photos that many of you sent in. I'll talk about that a bit more later, but this will be an English Q&A lesson. There is a form that you can click the link to in the description below, and also in the chat, if Nightbot is doing its job, you will see a link. You can ask me questions about the English language. You can ask questions about me and my life, and if I feel comfortable answering those questions, I will answer them. But certainly welcome to this English Q&A lesson. Let me just check one thing here. I think we are good to go. Yes, it looks like it. Let me double check something. I just clicked some buttons maybe I shouldn't have clicked. American English with Brent says The Police, Stuart Copeland, one of my favorite drummers. Yes. For some reason, I've been going back in time and listening to the music of my youth, and The Police were quite popular around the time I was in high school. So it's kind of fun to listen to that. So what are we doing here? An English lesson, but also many of you sent photos. I requested in my lesson, my video on Tuesday of this past week, that if you were comfortable with doing it, send me a photo so that as a way to celebrate 2 million subscribers, I could just see what some of you look like. Kind of an odd request maybe, but it was and did end up being something that was very cool. And I do have many photos of you with your first name to show as we go through the lesson. So here's how it will work. Use the chat for good English conversations. Use the form if you have a question to ask. I will put the questions up here beside me and answer them. And then from time to time, I will pause and we'll go through some photos of you. About the photos, here's what I have to say about that. I'll repeat this later, but number one, please be kind. People have been brave and they have sent a photo and allowed me to show it during this live stream. So please be kind to people when you see their photo. This isn't a time to ridicule people or anything like that. Number two, thank you for the photos. And many of you sent a little message as well. I think many of you leave messages in the comments, but when you send an email, I think some of them were a little more personal. I feel genuinely happy that I was able to help so many of you learn English. Number three, I will probably mispronounce most of your names, and I apologize in advance because, that's just the way it goes. I have a name, Bob, which is really easy to pronounce. Some of you have a little more complex spellings and pronunciations. Number four, some of you, just a few people, sent me pictures where it's them with their kids. I will put those pictures in this live stream, but a few people sent me pictures of just their kids learning English, and I won't be putting those pictures in the live stream. I just want to put pictures of people where I know they are old enough to consent to having me put their picture in the live stream. So if you sent me a picture of your kids learning English, watching me, very good, very cool. I appreciated the message, but I won't be showing those. And then lastly, if you didn't send a picture, do not worry. It does not mean that I think less of you. I appreciate the pictures I received, but I know the idea of taking a picture of yourself, I don't have my phone here, and sending it to some person on YouTube, it's not for everyone. So if you didn't send a photo, just enjoy this live stream regardless. And I appreciate all of the other things many of you do, like leaving comments, participating in chat. So I think that's it. Was there one other thing? As I show every photo, I am going to try and teach a bit of English by describing you, but we'll see how that goes. Let's do questions first, and then we will get started on the photos in about 10 minutes. So here we go. First question from Know That. Hello, Bob. Regarding the subjects you teach, may I ask you what your students are currently learning in your class or what they're working on? Thanks, Bob. My business class is learning how to use social media to promote a business. So I give them a scenario where they have to imagine their uncle and aunt own a restaurant and the restaurant is doing poorly. And they have to create a plan for how the restaurant can use social media to increase the amount of customers coming in. So Instagram, not necessarily TikTok, but Facebook, Instagram, etc. My computer class, we make computer games. So they are in the process of learning how to do that. Next question from Ruslan. Hello, the nicest teacher Bob. What is your favorite action, drama, and comedy movies? Moves? I think there's an I missing. My favorite action. No, sorry, I won't make fun of the question. Action movie would be, I'm trying to think here. I don't think I have a favorite action movie. You guys know my favorite movie is The Martian with Matt Damon. I mentioned that too many times. And I don't think I have a favorite comedy movie either. I think that's tough. Drama, I would say, yeah, I don't think I have favorites in any of those genres. So in the action, drama, and comedy genres, those types of movies, I do not have a favorite. So sorry, Ruslan, I can't answer the question. From Denis, well, I guess I did answer the question. Hello, Bob. As a true Canadian, have you ever worn a Canadian tuxedo, denim on denim outfit? This stream is going to be scoop, mate. I have not worn a jean jacket. So you can wear a jacket that's made of denim for a very long time. I think it's been 25 years. I used to have a really nice jean jacket, and I did occasionally wear a jean jacket with jeans, although that's a whole lot of denim going on when you do that. From Curtis, hey uncle, I was wondering what are your top 10 British TV series of all time? I'm curious about which ones you'd recommend. So I can't give you all 10, but my 2 favorite or 3 favorite would be Shetland, which takes place in Shetland, and then Vera, which is about an older lady who's a police investigator, a detective. And then I think the other series is called Unforgotten. Those would be my top 3. They're all police drama type series. If you're here for the pictures, we'll be getting to them soon. We're going to try and intermingle an English lesson with pictures. This is from Katie. I don't know why drove and drived is different. Like, is it so yesterday I drove my car. I would never say yesterday I drove my car. And even saying it, it just sounds wrong to me. So yesterday I drove my car. Tomorrow I'm going to drive my car. Right now I'm driving my car. That's how I would say it. Next question from Mohammed. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Some people had this problem. Mohammed says, hey Bob, what's up? I've tried to send you my picture many times, but unfortunately it says that your email doesn't exist. So it begs the question, what's wrong? So 2 things here. I don't know why some people had this problem. Because it should have worked. So sorry. And then excellent use of the phrase, it begs the question. This is a phrase I taught in my short English lesson just yesterday. I'm pretty sure Mohammed must have watched it or has a very high level of English. Great use of that phrase. Let's see. Next question from Oksana. Hello, what does it mean when a person is asked, what are you and who are you? How do we respond to such questions? If I meet someone for the first time and I say, oh, so what are you? I'm asking about their profession. It's an informal way of saying, what do you do for a living? So if I was to say, oh, I live in Ontario, Canada, and someone says, well, what are you? I would say, oh, I'm a teacher. If someone says, who are you? I would say, I'm Bob. So that's, to me, the difference between the 2. Sorry for clearing my throat there. Last night, I went to a YouTube creator event. So I got my, so I went to a YouTube creator event. When I go to, here, I'll put it up here. When I go to official things, I'm Robert. That's my official name. But I was at a YouTube creator event, which honestly is a lot of people, a lot younger than me, in a room where they play loud music and then I try to talk. But it was a lot of fun. I met some other YouTubers. It was really, really cool. If I was to say one thing about it, I wish we could coordinate it so Brent and I could go to a YouTube event together, because then we'd have We could be each other's wingmen or whatever you call it, because it's nice to know someone when you're there. So Brent, next time there is one, you'll have to drive 11 hours and I'll see if I can get you in. Let's see. From Diligent Learning, I'm a Ukrainian speaker. My only weaknesses are prepositions and articles. I know that the best way to master these is perhaps doing a ton of input, but still. Yes, input and then repeating those things out loud so you start to match the words together. So like when I'm in a tree or when I climb down, like saying it out loud as well as hearing it. And then if you can do the action, if any of them allow for you to do the action, like I'm putting the cup on the counter, I'm putting water in the cup, like saying it out loud while you do the action can really, really help for the ones that work well that way. Should we do some pictures? Let me see here. Let me see if I'm ready. The first bank of photos. So sorry about that. These are mostly in order of when I receive them. They're a little mixed up in the middle, but we'll go through. And I'm not going to take a lot of time on each. So if you did send me a photo, you won't be on the screen too long, because as they say in English, we don't have all day. But let's have a look. So this is Ibrahim. As you can see, Ibrahim is watching a lesson of mine on a laptop, sitting at his desk, enjoying learning a bit of English. So thank you, Ibrahim, for the photo. This is Shafiqul sitting on a couch, watching me on a phone. I always wonder, what is it like to watch an English lesson on the tiny, tiny screen? So very cool. Thank you for the photo. I like the t-shirt too. Very cool design on the t-shirt, Shafiqul. Again, I might pronounce most of your names wrong. This is Someya. And what I like about Someya is I like shirts with collars, and I like wearing shirts that have a pocket. So I approve the shirt. Very cool shirt, Someya. Ray is sitting on a swing somewhere nice. This is definitely not Canada, but Ray is sitting on a swing and enjoying a little bit of shade, sitting in the shade. Nikolai sitting, looks like sitting on a couch, has a nice green pillow under his head, and he has his earbuds in his ears, most likely listening to a Bob the Canadian lesson. Sajana with a dog, beautiful dog. Walter, our dog, has the same thing where often Walter's tongue will be hanging out. So Sajana is wearing a pair of glasses and holding up a dog. Very nice dog. Constantine. So Constantine is also a teacher. I have to give Constantine props for doing the same job as me. Often leaves really good comments on my second channel. So good to see you, Constantine. And a nice leather jacket. I had a brown leather jacket once. I should look for it. It's around somewhere. Manisha is holding up a phone, and again with my lesson playing on it. So Manisha is obviously studying English. Very, very cool. Thank you for the photo. Jack is the person, the older person in this photo. I believe the other person is Jack's son, having a meal, sitting at a table. Thanks for the photo, Jack. I won't be showing, or I won't be talking about what country all of you are from. I don't feel like I have enough time to do that. So I'll be avoiding that. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. There's like a glare. You see, oh, it's coming from, oh, the sun is shining in. That's what it is. Okay, I got to keep going. Tossel is sitting, looks pretty relaxed, probably just learned some English and is feeling very proud, sitting on a nice couch with a nice pillow behind his head. Tran, studying very hard, sitting in a classroom. Thanks for the photo, Tran. I tried to decipher what was on the board behind you, but it was too challenging for me. Ruslan, you might recognize Ruslan if you see his avatar. I believe this is the same picture. If you look in the chat right now, this is Ruslan, often the first person with a question, but got beat by Know That today. Dorota standing with Mike out in the woods. Very cool. Many of you sent photos like this where you were outside, and it was really cool for me to see the outdoors in your country. So Dorota, thank you very much for the photo. Dalton sitting in what looked like an office or classroom, wearing some pretty stylish glasses. I'm thinking of replacing my reading glasses, and I'm looking for something with nice frames like that. Very cool. Dennis, or Denny, depending on how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure this is a hockey game. The jersey certainly looks like a hockey jersey, so thank you for the photo. Nuriten in the classroom, I think teaches something related to automotive mechanics or engineering. Nuriten sent me a lot of photos, so I had to pick one, and then I thought I should pick two. Vitor, watching the video of me standing in a barrel. Sorry, I need a sip of water here. This is my super special voice. Let's go. There we go. Denis in the chat says, that's me in the hockey jersey. So yeah, shout out in the chat if it is you. I won't always notice it. Vitor learning a little bit about prepositions by watching me stand in a barrel. Hi, Vitor. Thanks for... Oh, and wearing a champion t-shirt similar to the ones that I wear. Kevin is here, and Kevin is standing and taking a photo with one of his kids. Very cool, Kevin. Thank you so much for the photo and for watching. Jessica, very nice photo. Jessica sent a photo, and I'm just appreciative of people who leave nice messages as well. So thank you for the message. Laura also sent a nice message along with the photo. Thank you, Laura, for that. And I'm having trouble thinking of ways to describe everyone. So I might speed up a little bit. I'm trying to see here. Oh, I don't have to go as fast as I think. Anyways, thank you, Laura, for the photo. Alicia wearing a nice hat, and then also Alicia's dog wearing a nice hat. Thank you for that photo. It made me smile. Obviously, also somewhere where it is very warm. I certainly wouldn't be outside. It looks like you're somewhere sunny, and although it's sunny here today, it's quite cold. Elise giving me a pretty serious look, probably just finished studying English and learning as much as he could. So thank you, Elise, for the photo as well. Kim sent me a number of photos, and I picked this one. This I would describe as this is like a typical photo that you would put on a business website or something like that. Very professional looking, very professional photo, Kim. Thank you. Masha is enjoying the outdoors. It's obviously a very nice day in this photo, close to the water, and looks like just enjoying the sun and a nice breeze. Heimel standing by a railing at the top of a mountain. You can see a city below. Very cool. Thanks for the photo, Heimel. Petra with her dog. It looks like they're sitting in a vehicle. In Canada, it would mean the dog is driving. I don't think the dog is driving Petra's vehicle. Maybe they're riding in the back, but thank you for the photo, Petra, of you and your pet. Judith sitting probably at a mall, it looks like. Thank you, Judith. Judith is a longtime viewer. So Judith, it's fun to be able to see you. Awesome. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Harry, I wish I could meet Bob one day. Standing maybe on a railing on a boat or maybe on the shore. Harry is looking out into the water and just having a fun time thinking about what it would be like to meet me someday. Someday I might have a meetup in Toronto where people can come and see me. We'll see. Doan, all I'm going to say about this, Doan, is I like the hair. That is like some really cool hair. If I grew my hair out, I think I could have similar hair to that. So thanks, Doan, for the photo and for making me smile. Devere, looking pretty serious, pretty professional. I love the shades. Looks cool. Standing in front of a computer, maybe doing business, maybe at a school. It could be a classroom. I'm not 100% sure, but Devere, thank you for the photo as well. Olga, obviously this is a warmer time of year than it is here, wearing short sleeves and a camera. I'm pretty sure this is from a trip she went on. She definitely looks like a tourist with a camera and hanging out. I think it is a camera. It might be a purse. Sergey, just standing and smiling. There were a lot of photos where people just looked happy. And when you see a photo like of Sergey who looks happy, it makes you happy as well. So very cool. Slavko, I loved it that he had a shirt on with a paintbrush, and I'm not sure what it means, but Slavko, thank you so much for the photo. You look like a hardworking guy. So very cool to see you in a t-shirt that makes you look hardworking. Christmas. So this is an interesting name because in Canada, Christmas is a holiday, but it's also a first name in some parts of the world. So Christmas, thank you for the photo. It was pretty cool to see you standing in front of a TV with the lesson where I was asking for people's photos. So that was very, very cool. Thank you. Mikhailo, wearing his army uniform, standing out in the woods. If it was a different time of year, we wouldn't be able to see you because of the camouflage. William, another big smile, very cool. I love the hat. I like the shades or the glasses. I guess they're not sunglasses, so I can't call them shades. And I was wondering, what a nice coat, whether it's cold where you are, if it's a recent photo. Wilma, outside by some fountains. Fountains are things that shoot water. Looks very relaxed. I noticed that some people, when they sent photos, they were from a recent vacation. Possibly this one is. And people generally look very relaxed and not stressed. Wilma looks super, super relaxed. Agnes, going for a walk. There are some leaves on the ground and she's wearing a warm coat. So obviously it's similar to the weather here in Canada. You have to dress for the weather always. Christian, headphones on. He has the microphone flipped up. Maybe he's just done doing a speaking lesson. Christian, thank you so much. I love the thumbs up. Some people ask why we call this a thumbs up when there's only one thumb. It's just the way it is, like 2 thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. It probably shouldn't be plural, but Christian, thanks for the thumbs up. Pedro, giving me the number 1 sign. You can see me in the background. Or maybe Pedro's just pointing. Maybe in my imagination, I think it's that I'm number 1. But thanks for that. That's really cool. I did really like the shots that I was in. Does that make me a little bit selfish with the photos? But they were cool. Sylvia and Luis, so they are standing here. I'm pretty sure they were on vacation as well at this time. There were a few photos from Sylvia and Luis. Thank you very much for that. Very cool dragon, a nice dragon sculpture made out of metal. Chris, he looks like he's at work. He's supposed to be working, but he's watching my video instead. No, probably not. Chris, I love the shirt, as you can tell. I was going to try and mention that some of you wear shirts similar to me, and I'm like, where do I get that shirt? So very cool, sitting there at work or maybe at home with me in the background. Although it does look like a classroom. I can't remember what Chris said in his email, but yeah, there looks like desks back there. So thanks for the photo, Chris. What do we got? Just 3 more left, and then we're going to go back to the lesson. Steve, smiling, watching me on his computer. It was kind of fun because some of you showed the current video like this one, and some of you showed older videos. So, but Steve, you look happy. I hope things are going well for you. Gian, standing again outside in the sun. One of the things I realized doing this lesson is some of you live in very beautiful places. I think Canada is beautiful, but like this is really cool, like a really cool tree in the background. And Gian, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Tammy is actually a regular viewer. I don't know if Tammy is here today. She does comment quite a bit on my second channel. So Tammy, good to see you. Very nice photo. I like the bucket hat. That's what we call that type of hat. Very stylish, very awesome. Mahi, standing outside in nature. Sometimes I see photos and they're from countries where it's more lush than Canada. There is a lot of greenery here. Canada is a nice country, but some countries just get more rain and more sunshine and just look more beautiful. Barra Vilson, another long-time viewer. Good to see you, Barra Vilson. Barra Vilson might be from like the olden days, like 2017-ish. I know there's a few people who have been around a very long time. Up there, out on his bike, having a good day. Oleg has a nice cup of coffee. Looks like out by the water somewhere. I'm clearing my throat too much, sorry. And wearing a cool, I think it's an Under Armour baseball cap. Very nice. And then Suk Prawan watching a lesson on her laptop. Very cool. Nice to see someone studying and learning English. That's the first set. Can you believe it? That was what, 10 minutes? I hope you enjoyed that. Jen told me this is not a lesson where you're going to teach a lot of English. This is a lesson more just to enjoy the people who watch your videos and kind of thank them for doing it. So thank you. I will look at another set in about 10 minutes. Let me get a question on the screen. From William. Good morning, Teacher Bob. Congratulations for the expression. I appreciated his calling me. Can you explain it? Thanks. So if I'm talking to a friend and my friend's dad called me the day before to say congratulations, I could say, oh, I appreciated him calling me, or I appreciated his calling me. I would probably use him in that sentence. Oh, I really appreciated him calling me yesterday. It might not be proper English, but that's how I would say it. Special Agent Mode. Hi, Popstar Bob. What does take on exactly mean in the popular Aha song, Take On Me? So this is not a grammatically correct song title, and it's caused a lot of confusion in the English learning world. Take on me might mean like, I'm interested in you. You should take me on as a boyfriend. It might mean like take on me. You can like take someone on in a fight. So it's kind of a confusing lyric. What does the internet say? What does take on me mean in the song? A plea for love. Yeah. So basically it's the person saying, you know, take me on as your partner. That would be the idea. But it's a strange way of saying it. But it makes for a good song, I guess. From Zeravan, I have a degree in psychology. What is your degree? And do you have summer students? I don't have summer students. I have what's called a Bachelor of Education. B.Ed is the short form. Basically, I did 4 years of university and I did a year of teacher's college in there. And then I was a teacher. I got a certificate. So that is my degree. I actually have a bachelor. I also have a Bachelor of Arts. So I actually have 2 degrees. You get them at the same time, I guess. So those are the degrees that I have. Oh, this is tricky, Peter. Hi, Mr. Bob. How are you today? My question is, in the negative gerund infinitive, when I put not plus the verb plus ing and to plus the verb, thanks. So it's tricky. I'm not going to be eating my bread. Is that the example you're thinking of? I'm not going to be going to the store. You can say that too. So when you're using the negative, you can create some strange looking sentences, but they are right. Like if I say, I'm not going to be talking much today. It just means that I've talked too much. So later today, I'm going to rest my voice. So I'm not sure I answered your question, but I gave you, I think, a nice few examples there. Let's see here. Pronunciation. Could you show us how to pronounce these words correctly? Pull. So you can pull a rope. Poll. You can ask people questions. Like I can do a poll in the chat. Let's see here. Where is that button? I probably shouldn't waste time doing that right now. Start a poll. Do you like the photos? Start poll. And so now we're going to see there's a little poll there and you can vote yes or no. And then when it's done, I can end the poll. If someone could remind me to end the poll in a little bit, I will do that. And pool, you swim in a pool. Ooh, there's a poll. I can vote in the poll myself. That will skew the results. Let's see here. 98% of the people like the photos. It's floating around a little bit. 96%. Oh, can you guys actually see my mouse when I go on the screen like this? I didn't know that. That's handy. You would think after years of doing this, I would know that. And then I can end the poll. So when I end the poll, I think it shows you the results. Yes, 96% of you like the photos. 3% don't. And then apparently 1% just isn't there. So there we go. Okay. Next question. I should slow down a bit and relax. I think I'm worried I'm not going to get through all the photos. From Aria, hi, Cheerful Bob. I'm an intent listener of your channel. Would you mind helping me with some examples of the phrase "let alone"? Oh, like I don't want to I'm going to have to look up an example because it's like when you don't want to do something, but you also don't want to make it worse. Like I don't want to walk to town, let alone run to town. So I don't know if that's a great example. Let's look for one on the internet and then I'll try to explain it. Example of phrase let alone. Some people never read a newspaper, let alone a book. So it means like they don't do the one and then they're emphasizing what they don't do. He could hardly touch his knees, let alone his toes. So basically a statement and then kind of an emphasis of something that they also don't do. Like I've never read a French comic book, let alone a novel. So I'm kind of saying two things and one is more emphasized than the other. That's a tricky one. I should teach that on my short English lesson channel at some point and do a really good job of it. Henry from Taiwan says, "Hi, Teacher Bob. Congratulations for your achievement. All your hard work teaching and sharing English has paid off. Hoping your channel will grow to a new milestone, or wishing your channel will grow to a new milestone." A little fix there, Henry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very cool. No, that says, yep, we can see your mouse, Bob. So I can actually then like highlight things in a sentence. Well, not really Oh, I shouldn't do that. Stop playing around with stuff, Bob. Okay, where are we at? We're going to go back to pictures again. But I have to, in order to do that, I have to switch to the next set. So give me a sec here. I will add the next set on. We're going to go to Photos 2. And we're going to remove Photos 1. And we're going to say done. And you should see Taffarel on the screen. So this is Taffarel. Let me just make sure everything is working. Taffarel is sitting. Now, what I liked about Taffarel is that he looks like he has a gaming computer. You can see that the computer has extra fans and some LEDs sitting at his gaming computer, but instead of gaming, watching a Bob the Canadian video. Very cool. Sylvia standing beside looks like a fast flowing creek or stream in bare feet, because probably doesn't want to get boots wet. Don't want to get your boots wet when you're close to a stream. You go in bare feet. Sophia, I thought was really cool to have a nice painting on the wall of a sailboat. Very nice. Thanks for the photo, Sophia. Tessa, standing out front of a very old building, it looks like. Someday I will need to visit Europe so I can go and visit older places, like places in Germany and the Netherlands and France and every other European country. Sorry if I didn't mention yours. Marina sitting on a really nice chair. This chair looks like it's made out of bamboo, and it looks very comfortable, but it also looks like she's indoors. So we normally in Canada don't use chairs like that indoors. We usually use them outdoors, but thank you, Marina, for the photo. Tung, hopefully I'm saying the name correctly, standing somewhere beautiful. Look at all of the lush trees across the river or pond, whatever Tung is standing in front. Thanks for the photo. Looking really stylish in a shirt with a collar. Very cool. And it looks like a little backpack or fanny pack on the stone wall beside him. Maria, this is a large family. I am very happy when people send me a photo of their whole family and they all learn English from me. So Maria, thank you for this photo. I hope you and your family are doing well. Abdulrahman. I hope I didn't mispronounce that. This is a jacket I could wear. That is a very cool jacket. I like the letters on the side. But yes, very cool picture. Thank you for that cool backpack as well. Kim. So Kim also has a YouTube channel called Easy Vietnamese for You. And here she is. I think she did a video similar to mine where she talks about food as she teaches. So Kim, thank you for the photo. Natal, looking really happy. Stylish bag slung over his shoulder, standing outside again somewhere very, very lush and beautiful. Thanks for the photo, Natal. Baruz. I think I got that right. Baruz, hopefully. Hey, just give me a sec here. I got to flip to my next folder on my screen here so I can keep track of where I am. There we go. Baruz. So interesting. The terrain behind Baruz is very rocky. You don't often see that in Canada. We have a lot of soil and a lot of things growing in it. I do want to say thank you to Hafiez for gifting memberships to 10 people. So William and Connexion and people whose names I can't pronounce, and Rahan and Kienjuk, all received, and yep, all received a membership from Hafiz. Thank you, Hafiz, for doing that. That is very cool. And thanks for the photo, Baruz. Augustin with a puppy. I don't think it's a full-grown dog, wearing some open-toed sandals, so it must be somewhere warm. I have a similar pair. We sometimes call these slip-ons or slides. Very cool. Very nice when it's warm out to just have bare feet in a pair of sandals to go outside. We call them flip-flops in Canada too sometimes. Mayumi. So Mayumi is here visiting Canada, but not from Canada. But I'm not going to mention where people are from. I will only mention first names. But Prince Edward Island, you can see on the wall, is a province in Canada, and Mayumi was visiting. Chen Wenyu. Now these have got to be some of the coolest glasses I've seen. Very cool picture. Thanks, Chen Wenyu, for that. I don't know if I could wear these and pull it off. So what that means is if I wore sunglasses like this, like they look cool on you, but if I wore them, I don't know if I could pull it off. I don't know if they would look cool on me. Jackie. So Jackie is definitely skiing or snowboarding somewhere. I think this picture is taken on the ski lift. They're on their way up the mountain, and then they will probably ski or snowboard back down. Yevgeny or Yevgeny, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. There are a number of people who I put in the category of this person's probably a lot like me. So Yevgeny has the same hair color, very similar facial hair. I'm sure if we met in real life, we would get along well. We're probably almost exactly the same age. I hope you're not 30 and I'm making a mistake here, but Yevgeny or Yevgeny, thanks for the photo. Mikhailo, studying, learning. I like this shirt as well. I feel like someday maybe I should move away from just blue. I usually wear blue and white, maybe a little bit of, I don't wear a lot of red, but maybe someday I should start doing that. Mikhailo, thank you for the photo. Eric, this is a great smile, Eric. In English, when you say someone has a great smile, it just means when you look at the person smiling, you want to smile because they look so happy. Even your eyes are smiling. So Eric, thank you very much for that photo. Matthew with the guitar. And I believe Matthew is a teacher. I might get that wrong. Not 100% sure, but very, very cool photo with a guitar. I wish, Matthew, that I could play guitar. That would be a lot of fun, but it's not something I ever learned how to do. Darius, another picture with a dog, another person with a great smile. So very, very cool. Thank you for that. It looks like your dog is getting in on the action of having the photo taken, but then got distracted. So very cool. Thanks for the photo. Again, another person who probably around the same age as me, but maybe younger. I'm going to just imagine you're all 10 or 20 years younger and you just look older. Anna, I like this photo because there are flowers in it. So Anna, thank you for this photo. It looks like you're ready to get to work and do some gardening out there. Got the sunglasses on, ready to maybe clean up all those petals that have fallen on the ground. But thanks for the picture. I love the stone wall as well. Very, very cool. Mohammed, he is learning in style here. He's decided to just kind of lay down, pillow under his head, has his tablet or phone on a special arm. I have to get one of those, Mohammed. That would be very handy for watching videos on YouTube and other things. So very, very cool. I'm going to say Dawid or David. I'm not sure how we're pronouncing the W here. In some parts of the world, it would be David. You are somewhere up high. I would not do that. You have definitely climbed a mountain, or maybe you even cycled up the mountain. I'm not sure, but kudos to you for being daring and for doing exciting things like that. And thanks for the photo. Isaac, watching my video on the big screen, taking a little photo quick to send to me. Thank you for that. I didn't realize that people watch me on TVs as well. So it's kind of cool, but I'm a little more self-conscious now because obviously my head is really big on your screen. So it probably feels like I'm right there when you do that. Vladimir or Vova. I didn't know that. Vladimir mentioned that just like Robert becomes Bob in some parts of the world, Vladimir becomes Vova, just a short version. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but Also, very cool sculpture. At first, I thought it was a giraffe, but I think it's a horse. The legs make it look like a giraffe, and the rest of it makes it look like a horse. So it's one or the other, but very cool. Shaquille, I wasn't sure what was in the background here, but I think it's food serving stuff. So maybe you're at a cafeteria or something. But Shaquille has sent me a very cool photo. I was really curious whether this was a school cafeteria or some other place, or maybe you're at work, one of those. Thanks for the photo. Ahmed. Ahmed must work somewhere really important. I was trying to figure out if this was maybe like a dam that generates power, because I went on a field trip once and saw something like that. But Ahmed looking pretty stylish. I'm liking the beard and mustache. Looks good on you. This is Eva. So I have actually communicated with Eva before. This is her class. I won't try to say the name of your school because I don't want to identify people, but this is cool to see a teacher in a classroom with students, and then there's me on the screen behind. So thank you for that. Let's see here. Let's go over here and let's do this. What do we do? Put user in timeout 5 minutes. Sorry about that in the chat, people. I didn't notice till Mode mentioned something, but someone was certainly spamming, we call it, spamming the chat. So we'll just do a little timeout. If it starts again, yell at me and I will take care of that. Isaac, looking pretty happy as well. I know that culturally, some people like smiling in photos and some people don't like smiling in photos. And it's just kind of your personality, or it might even be the culture of where you live. But I will just say, for me, smiles make me smile whenever I see someone smile. So Isaac looks happy. I hope he is learning well. Ramil standing there. This just looks cool to me. Cobblestone sidewalk, stone wall. I like the little behind. I like the little... I wonder if you can see my mouse on there. That area. I've never tested that before. I didn't think you could see my mouse, but I think it depends which screen I'm showing to you. We'll see in a moment. No, yeah, you can't see my mouse when it's a picture. Oh, well. Anyways, cool building. Javier. I think I said that right. Javier, I just think you are rocking the mustache and beard. Looks great. I like that you can see he's wearing a lanyard and he's also has headphones in. So I have a feeling he might be at work at this moment in time. Although you kind of look like the kind of guy that owns your own business, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know all the details of everyone's life. This is Tao Tran or Urine. So very good, very cool, very nice smile as well. I'm wondering what you are having to drink there. It looks very yummy. It looks like it's probably a hot drink, but maybe not, but maybe it's something delicious. And then I like it looked like a tulip growing right beside you, maybe a potted plant. Alessia, looking stylish, wearing a scarf. It's starting to get a little cooler in some parts of the world. So some of us like to wear a scarf to keep our neck warm or just to be fashionable. So very nice. Thank you for the photo. Ignacio, very cool hat, very cool. I would call it a tie, but I don't know what it is actually called in Mexico. But Ignacio, thank you. And sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. And I did get your photo. I saw that you sent 2 emails, or your first name, because I was confused with the first email, but I got it in the second. Stanislav, so out there somewhere in a beautiful part of the world, look at that water, look at all the trees on the side of the mountain there. This has to be somewhere in the north of the world, I would say. It could be Canada, but I know it's not. I actually know where Stanislav is from. Sergio and a cat. So some of you didn't want to show your whole face. Totally cool, totally understandable. This was a great way to get around that. So a laptop with me talking, and then a cat, and then Sergio behind it. So thank you for that photo as well. Let me check where I am. Oh, we're doing good. David, it might be David, but I'm going to go with David. Celebrating the time of year with some pumpkins on a construction site. You can see David's wearing a hard hat. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with these pumpkins. I'm a little worried because I have a funny feeling. I don't know if you've ever worked on a construction site. construction workers do funny things to have fun, and I'm worried that those pumpkins might not survive the day. But anyways, thank you, David, for the photo. Miriam, watching my video on a laptop. I find that it was interesting, the mix of devices, like some people on their phone, some people on a laptop. I found often if they were students, they were watching it on a phone or laptop. And then if they were older, often on a television. So thanks, Miriam, for the photo. Moving along, Kamachi, thank you for the photo as well. I love all the colors in your dress. It's very vibrant, very cool to see. Very awesome photo. So thank you for that. And a very nice smile as well. Sarhat, so I was trying to figure out if this was just a room or an airplane or a boat, or maybe they're on a ferry, but I'm not sure. But Sarhat, thank you for the photo. Again, very nice sunglasses. This almost could be like a catalog for cool sunglasses from around the world. Walter or Walter, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce the V. Walter, I'll say. Awesome hat. He's not in Toronto. I can tell you that. I know from the email, but that is a very, very nice hat. You can actually see mine right there. I have the same, a hat from the same team. So hopefully you are a Toronto's Blue Jays fan. Very cool. Thank you for the photo. And Anafa, very nice smile, very cool hat. Also dressed for cooler weather. So it must be cooling off there a little bit. And I like the color of your child's sunglasses, glasses, very, very cool. Where am I here? TryptoPal. So you might recognize TryptoPal from the chat occasionally. Very excited looking here, showing off his YouTube channel. So very cool. Thanks, TryptoPal, for the photo. Let me see. Oh, like 4 left and we'll get back to the lesson. Vitaly, standing on the beach, thinking about life. Probably walking barefoot in the sand and planning whatever the future holds. So Vitaly, thank you for the photo. Omira standing in front of what looks like a cave, or it might be like a spring, a water spring. Those can look like that too, where water comes out of the ground. Omira, I really like the color of your handbag. Orange is my favorite color. So very, very cool. And we have Igor standing in front of the calendar. I was trying to see what month that was. I think it's a little bit out of focus, but I thought, Igor, that the photo on your calendar could be Canada. That's what Canada looks like right now. So thank you for that photo. Brent in the chat says a Boston Red Sox hat might look a little nicer. Possibly. I don't mind the Red Sox, but I do have to say, I don't think many of you watch American baseball, but the World Series was a little disappointing. I was hoping it was going to go longer, but it's over already. Alina, looking very stylish out there. I just love people who have hair that's the same color as me. Makes me feel like I'm not the only one in the world. But Elena, thank you so much for the photo. And one more, Paulo. So Paulo too, watching it on a TV. It's just, I don't know. I have to mention a few things. Thanks, Paulo, for the photo. I was just going to mention before we get back to the lesson, it was very touching and emotional to see some of these photos and especially to read some of your messages. I'm liking doing this live stream because sometimes I feel like I'm just making lessons and sticking them on the internet. And I do get comments, but I didn't realize maybe how important my lessons are to some of you. So thank you for watching them. It helps me. I earn a living when you watch ads on my videos, but I didn't realize how important the lessons are for some of you. So thank you for sending me photos. That's the second set. Those are the 2 biggest sets. We will now do members only chat. By the way, this live stream is going to go longer than an hour. I'm pretty sure that is what's going to happen. We're going to do members only chat for a bit. And we are going to check the chat just to make sure Beige Blur hasn't come back and started spamming again. I don't know if a timeout was the right solution or an outright ban would have been better, but hey, that's okay. Hey, if you're a member, you can ask a question directly in the chat right now and I will answer it. We'll let that go for 10 minutes while I continue to do these. Little Pony C, Got a nice picture of a shark coming up. But hi, Bob. How many years have you been a high school teacher? What inspired you to choose this career in the first place? I've been teaching since the late 90s. I'm probably around year 26 or 27 or maybe even 28. I have taught off and on though, so I haven't always been full time. What inspired me to choose this career? You know, even as a kid, I liked showing my siblings and my cousins how to do stuff. Like I like explaining things. It's a weird character trait. And I didn't initially know I wanted to be a teacher, but I think my ability and desire to teach people things probably just seemed evident. And then eventually I thought, oh, maybe I'll be a teacher. So it wasn't something I went to university for. It's something I changed later. I went to university for like biology and then I think political science for a little bit. And then it just didn't make sense. So now I'm a teacher. Vitor in the chat says, Bob, you have such a nice community. I do. I am very happy with the community I have. I have very few negative comments on my videos. People are generally quite supportive and thankful. So I'm happy about that. Know that says, hey, Bob, I noticed that you've been wearing 2 layers of shirts lately, or rather the last few days. I really hope you don't come down with something. It's just been a little chilly in my part of the building at school. It's 1 layer chillier than it should be. So I've been wearing a t-shirt occasionally under my shirts. In the thumbnail for this video, I think I have a t-shirt on. No, that says, or are already a little under the weather because you don't usually wear 2 layers without a reason. Yeah, it's chilly outside, but also at school. And I don't want to wear my jacket in class. Kind of feels weird. Brent says to Mo, Toronto and Boston don't have a baseball rivalry. It's a different story with hockey though. Yeah. So the Bruins, yeah, they shouldn't even be allowed to play hockey. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the Red Sox are well received in Toronto. When Toronto plays Boston, it's usually a cool game. Boston's considered one of they're like one of the old school baseball teams, and they have like a beautiful stadium, old stadium with a funny ladder in left field and a tall I think that's Boston. I hope I'm thinking of the right one. But yeah, there's other teams that come to town where fans are a little more annoyed, but Boston's usually well received. Sita says, it's just awesome to be here. Even though I'm cooking lunch for my mom, I can still hear you. I still can hear you, Bob. That's awesome. Freddie Wolf says, hey, Bob, no question today so far. I'm just listening to you and enjoying watching the nice photos from all your fans. It's amazing and interesting to see all of them. That's really cool. Your photo's coming up, Freddie. It's in the next batch or the one after. No, that says, happy to hear that, Bob. But on that note, know that like my voice is a little raw. I think it's from talking too much, but who knows? We'll see. And then from Know That, could you explain the meaning of the phrases with flying colors and make a beeline for, and maybe give a few examples of how they can be used? Thanks in advance. So when you pass something with flying colors, it means you aced it. You did well. You got 100%. Like if I say I passed my French exam with flying colors, it means like it was almost perfect. And when you make a beeline for something, like when we let students out of class, they make a beeline for the cafeteria. It means they go there quickly and in as straight a line as possible. Sometimes when you go to an event, when you get in the door, you make a beeline. Let's say there was an event where you could meet YouTubers and your favorite YouTuber was there. When you entered the door, you might make a beeline to get that YouTuber's photograph or something like that. You would go straight to where they are. Know that, and please excuse that my questions have been very phrase oriented lately. No problem. That means you're increasing your competence in English, like questions about vocabulary, questions about phrases, questions about advanced phrases where you are. It just shows your progress is going well. Mode says, I did this photo thing long before it was cool, just saying. And oh my, aren't you the sweetest, Mr. Bob? You added a nice comment about every single photo. I tried to. I want to respect people's privacy. Like I asked for a photo and their first name. Some people gave me a lot more information, but I do want to make this an English lesson as well. And so compliment people and also talk about it. Brent says, yes, that's Boston. A ladder on the green monster. Yeah, I got that right. Eva says, talking about shirts, my husband, also a teacher, wears similar shirts like you, but it's me who has to iron them. Yes, these do not need to be ironed, but I have some new shirts that need to be ironed, and I just don't wear them as often. People often call the way I dress a teacher uniform: khaki pants, shirt with a collar, sometimes with buttons here, and a pocket on the front. Freddie says, Bob, the lesson is going to last more than an hour. I hope that your computer won't ask you to be paid for the extra time. I hope not either. I should check that the lesson is still moving along. Yeah, it's still going right. Let me just back up a bit to make sure that I didn't skip. Know that. Shirts, Bob. That's me mumbling, by the way. Sometimes when I think, I talk. No, that says, thanks for the kind words, Bob, and thanks for your answers. No problem. By the way, what are your plans for the weekend, Bob? Are you doing something or are you staying at home? We are probably this afternoon making sure that everything that can freeze is put away, because it's supposed to go to -2 or 3 tonight. So we have a water tank to empty, a pump to pull. We have some work to do to prepare for the cold weather. Whoa, wrong one. There we go. Safine says, I have no questions here today. The weather is rainy and thundery. Here the weather is beautiful, sunny, and no wind, but it's only 1 degree outside. So I didn't want to do the lesson outside, so I did it inside instead. I'm going to turn off members only chat. I might have shortchanged you guys again. Sorry about that. And I'm going to, the questions did slow down a little bit, but I'll keep my eye on the chat. I'll do 2 more questions and then we'll do another round of slides. Let's see. Yulia, hi Bob. Congratulations on reaching 2 million subscribers. Thank you. Is the phrase many a student grammatically correct? Yes. Well, I don't know if it's grammatically correct. It's definitely used. Like, oh, many a student forgets their jacket on a cold day. I think the proper way to say it would be many students forget to wear a jacket on a cold day. But yeah, we sometimes say that, like, many a person has realized that getting your feet wet on a hike is annoying. Sorry, I couldn't think of an example. And one more and we'll do this. Ario, howdy, Mr. Bob. How are you? Sorry, I'm not sending my pic due to the fact that I don't know your email. Could I send you an email now? What movie would you recommend to me? Well, I'm kind of cut off the photos. So any photos that came in after 9:30 didn't get put in. So if you send it now, I can't do it that quickly. What movie would I recommend? You know, I haven't seen a good movie lately, Ario, so I don't have one to recommend. From the chat, William says, teacher, you are very nice. I love your classes. That's why you deserve that recognition. I wish I would be in all your classes, but the time is crossed. I try to watch all of them, though. Yeah, it's tricky. I do put out a lot of content every week. Like there's a lot to watch if you want to watch everything. And I realize that it's not always possible. Okay, let's do another round of photos. How's that sound? Let me switch. We're going to go here. And I'm going to add directory 3. I think they get a little smaller. Let's see here. Sita, you're first. Let me just switch my thing over here as well. I'm pretty sure, yes, you are first in this one, and Bridget is last. Here we go. Sita, longtime viewer, out somewhere fun, wearing a backpack, probably maybe doing a little walk, a little hike, seeing some nature. Very cool. You can see the railing behind Sita there as well. Sita has been around on this channel for a long time as well. So Sita, nice to see you. In fact, I think Brent visited you. Abe. So again, a nice smile, standing out on a nice sidewalk. Looks like a recently built sidewalk because it's very level in front of what looks like a pretty cool building. In Canada, we don't always have nice architecture, but Abe looks like standing somewhere where it's just a beautiful, very cool building. Carolina or Carolina. I think it's going to be Carolina. Watching me on a computer monitor. You can see she has her webcam up there. So I'm hoping Carolina actually practices English online with someone. That would be one reason to have a webcam on top of your monitor. But thank you, Carolina, for the photo. And sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thomas or Tomas. Probably there's different ways even in English to say your name. I'm just envious of all your books, Tomas. Very cool. Sitting in either a library or maybe your office, watching a Bob the Canadian video and a little mug beside, maybe having a cup of tea. Tom standing by a pole in front of an IHOP and a Burger King. Love the shoes. Can't go wrong with blue shoes. Those are the best shoes to wear. I have 2 pairs of shoes that look exactly like that, Tom. And I'm kind of wondering where you are, because it looks like Niagara Falls, actually, but it could be any touristy area in the world, couldn't it? Candy has cartoonified. Some of you were very creative because, again, it's hard to send a photo of yourself to someone. It's not always something that you want to do. So Candy cartoonified it a bit. So very nice, very nice artistic approach. Maria standing by a gate or fence. I think it's probably a fence. And obviously somewhere where it's the same season that I'm in. It's fall or autumn. So Maria is just looking at the beautiful leaves. So this could be George or Jorge, but I'm pretty sure it's George. If I pronounce it wrong, sorry. Again, a nice waterfront photo. Just a beautiful time outside. Water is nice, isn't it? Water is a beautiful thing to visit or stand beside, or like me, it's nice to live on a river. Sita in the chat says, Bob, I was on vacation. It's taken in Frankfurt the day I came back. Very cool. Naam, I believe, lives in Toronto now, but this is a photo from London. Very cool, Naam. Nice to see you. Looking stylish with a lot of people are wearing white shoes in Canada now. They look amazing. White shoes look amazing, but they're not always practical. They get dirty really easily, but very cool. Wearing a backpack, obviously at some kind of station, train station or bus station, heading somewhere. Raylene is obviously somewhere way warmer than Canada. We would probably call this vehicle in Canada a dune buggy. When you build a car, especially to drive on sand, that's what we often call it. But this would be, Raylene is obviously doing the opposite of work. She is certainly having an enjoyable time. Dinesh, good to see you, Dinesh. Thank you for the photo. It's good to hear from people who are learning English in order to find a way to get a better job or to move up in life. So very cool. Thanks for the photo. Felipe, again, in front of the water. It made me jealous every time I saw a photo where someone was in front of the ocean or a lake. Yeah, it's certainly not that weather here. Someday I will go south in the winter to enjoy sunshine in December and this time of year, but not yet. Irina, yes, obviously lives somewhere similar to me in terms of latitude. Could be anywhere in the world in terms of latitude. I know where Irina's from. I'm just saying, but it's certainly fall. You can see pumpkins on the ground and leaves that are ready to fall above her head. Kian, studying, looks very cozy. Whenever you have something, it looks like a nice soft sweater or maybe even a blanket. But I did want to say, huge respect for the beard and mustache. Looks great. Sitting in front of a computer, learning a bit of English from me. It's always kind of fun to see. Do people just like seeing themselves in photos? Is that a common human thing? I think. Daniela is at a baseball game somewhere. I don't actually know where this is. It might be Sky Dome. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't check, but Daniela, thanks for the photo. Cool to see. That is a baseball diamond. Yes. Okay, good. I'm not wrong. I can see the foul pole. It's yellow. Usman is also a farmer, and it's very cool. A few of you sent me photos. A few of you are farmers. So Usman or Ausman, hopefully I'm saying it right. Thank you for the photo and for showing me some of your produce. Very cool. Zhao Chun, hopefully Zhao Chun. You can see standing out, looking. It's a nice jacket. Like the jacket. It's cool. Jeans and a jacket, I think, is the new style. I'm not allowed to wear jeans to work, but this is the kind of outfit I would love to wear to work. And then you can see a pylon behind, so maybe there's some construction happening. Brahim, I'm pretty sure Brahim is a professor. I could get some of these wrong, so excuse me if I do. But Brahim, thank you for the photo. You look like you look very intelligent. You have a nice, intelligent look to you. So very cool. Nagapandian, I liked this photo because of the painting in the background. Very cool. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your culture as well as a picture of yourself. Svetlana, holding up a phone. There I am teaching. I'm trying to figure out what video that is. I think I'm standing in front of a store. Maybe it's the one where I taught in front of stores. But Svetlana, thank you very much for sending that photo. Fida, again, this is a very professional photo, Fida. Very cool. I like the gray tie with the gray suit jacket. I've never thought of that combination before, but it looks nice. Looks slick. Pu is watching me on a laptop as well, although it might be a tablet. Very nice. Learning a bit of English, probably sitting at your desk, it looks like. Many of you sit at a desk when you are learning English, and it probably makes you more serious when you're learning it. But hey, you can sit on a couch too, no problem. Marie, so Marie again, I think this is the video where I'm eating snacks. Yes, I would say that's the one where I'm eating snacks from earlier this fall. That video made a lot of people hungry, Marie. So hopefully it didn't make you too hungry. But again, thanks for the photo. Lilulu, probably in an office, maybe at work. There's two phones there. So it makes me think that Lilulu is at work, maybe on break, taking a little bit of time to learn some English. I think there's a router and some network cable up on the desk too. Vin, nice smile, nice subtle smile. You don't have to like open your mouth to smile, but this, you just look happy and content. Wherever this photo was taken, I'm sure, Vin, you were having a nice day. Dollar, probably in a library. If this is your home office, that's pretty impressive. So I'm going to guess this is a library. And I think maybe you mentioned that in your email, but checking out a book. It could also be a bookstore. Libraries and bookstores look very similar. So thanks, Dollar, for the picture. Alexander. So I liked this photo because Alexander is in what I would say the best season of the year in this photo. I love snow. I think you might be cross-country skiing. It looks like you might be holding poles. But anyways, wearing a winter hat, wearing some winter outfits, and just enjoying some time in the winter. Brent said to Tessa, did you see your photo? Yeah, you missed it, Tessa. If you weren't here, you'll have to scroll back to find it. Claudia, another creative way to send a photo without showing me exactly what you look like. By the way, your shirt is very Canadian as well. I wonder if that was one of the souvenirs you mentioned in your email. Claudia visited Canada and bought some souvenirs. So thank you for the photo, and thank you for holding up the Canadian flag. Very cool. Jakip, so very cool. Very smart looking hat. I like the hat. And then of course, I like the shirt with the collar, looking good. In a classroom, pretty sure teacher, but not 100% sure. Again, I did read 250 emails, so I don't always remember all of them. And this is Kang or Kang. I was trying to figure out which video this was. This must be the lesson on farming. So I'm wearing like a farmer shirt. By the way, there's a nice shirt. I have the same shirt almost. And I'm wearing what's called a baseball cap, but it's from a company that sells seeds. So thank you, Kang, for the photo and giving me a little glimpse into how you watch the videos. Raul, looks like Raul's at work. I say that because there's a calendar in the background, and it looks like one of those work calendars where you write down everything that you have to do that week, that month, that day. So Raul, thank you for the photo. Anna, also somewhere where it's similar to the season we have here. It's November 2nd. So we're kind of, people will be getting rid of their pumpkins and their outdoor decorations soon. But Anna, thank you so much for the photo. I'm pretty sure Anna's in Canada. That's like a very Canadian looking front decoration for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Azalden, standing there with a nice backpack, looks very tropical. You can notice the palm fronds in the background. In Canada, we don't see those kinds of trees. You have to drive south for a long time before you start to see that. Usually southern Georgia. I don't know, Brent maybe can help me out here. Where do you start to see palm trees? Like Florida, Southern Georgia. I don't know. Brent will know. He been down that area quite a bit. Down to what do you guys call it? Do you call it Alabama or do you call it Bama? I'm not sure. Yuzeng or Jim. So thanks for the photo. Wanted to mention that I think the shirt is a character from a Japanese cartoon, and I did not recognize it, but I will ask one of my kids later. But Jim, thank you for the photo. Hafiez, nice to see you. There's a very cool tower behind you. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but those are all locks. So it must be one of those bridges where people put locks on, like they'll write their names on it, like Bob loves Jen on a lock, and then I put it on a bridge or something like that. Stepan, very nice. Out in the outdoors and up high. A couple of you have photos where you have climbed mountains or you're hiking way up high. So Stepan, thank you for the photo. Very cool to see. Marcos with the Canadian flag. Awesome. I really like the Canadian flag. I also like your coat. That's a nice coat. I'm almost due for a new coat, and I think I might buy something a little more like that. I think that would be fun. Hanitra, nice photo. Also somewhere warm, wearing a shirt or dress that is sleeveless. So generally you don't wear that in the winter. So again, I am jealous of people from warmer climates. I mean, I like winter, but there's some days around February 1st where I start to think, oh, it would be nice to go somewhere warm. Tyler, watching a video on laptop. Looks like you're in some sort of stock room. I know Tyler, I'm pretty sure, mentioned that the picture was from at work. So very, very cool. Brent says, there are palmetto palms as far north as South Carolina. But yeah, Florida, Arizona, California make me think palm trees. Yeah, definitely not in Maine and not in Canada. No palm trees. Landy, so again, a creative way to send me a photo. Studying English, tablet in a little holder, having a nice cup of tea or coffee. So Landy, thank you for the photo. And then Alexi giving me the thumbs up. Thanks, Alexi. I appreciate the thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs up on this video too, but it's nice to see a photo of someone giving me a thumbs up. And then Bridget, so out on a hike, very, very nice location. That definitely looks like Canada, but it could be Europe as well. I think Bridget mentioned it in her email, but I can't remember. So sorry about that. Okay. That was, I think there's two more smaller sets left. So I'll do a couple questions and I am going to jump back into it. So James Bond says, could you name your favorite movies? All the Lord of the Rings movies, all the Star Wars movies, all the Star Trek movies, and The Martian with Matt Damon. Did I get them all? Those would be my, like during the pandemic, I think I rewatched all of those. And I like all the Marvel movies, but there's almost too many of them now. I find that maybe they should just stop making them for a while. Eva says, no questions. Just want to tell you it was a great idea with the photos. So many people from so many different places. It's great to see them. Yes, I am appreciating it as well. I think I'll do this maybe once a year. Like I wouldn't want to do this all the time because it is kind of it's just more of a celebration live stream than a learning live stream. Nagapandian, I think we saw your photo. Maybe it was you. I'm not interested, but I'm curious to ask about grammar classes. Yeah, so there are a number of things you should do to learn English. Sometimes when you take a class and they stress grammar, you forget or don't have time for the other things. So conversation is important, writing is important, listening is important, reading is important. Grammar and learning vocabulary are important, but as you divide those things up, eventually there's about 9 or 10 important things to do, and grammar should only take up about 1/10 of your study time. Brent says, there's a teacher at my school who loves trees. We have an orange tree and an avocado tree inside the school. They can't bear fruit though. Oh, yes. Interesting. So you must have a nice atrium or like glass covered area. We have one in our school, but we should plant a tree like that. That'd be fun to see if we could get it to grow. From Paul, have you visited Thailand? I have not. I should someday, but I still have to go to France and the Netherlands. I went to the United States. I got that far. Yusuf, do you do a sport? If yes, which? So I do two things right now. I walk, and I bought a bow and arrow in August, and I have been shooting it almost every other day. I shoot about 144 arrows every other day, and it's fun. I think I'm at the point where I might buy a better bow. Like I just bought this one. So I just bought this one off of Amazon. So it's not amazing. I don't want to pull it to full draw. But what I like is that so my back and shoulder muscles were starting to be a bit sore, and I thought this would be a good way to strengthen them, and it is. It's a very cool way to strengthen muscles. It works really well. Let me see here. Yeah, and I don't use bare fingers on the drawstring like I was just showing you. I have special gloves. So anyways, those are the two that I do currently. Let's see here. Dave. Hi, dear Bob. You mentioned a few times that you still make mistakes in French. Does it bother you? A question from a non-native English teacher with an imposter syndrome. So no, it doesn't bother me. Unless, like I was in a workshop with other French teachers last week, and then I was really self-conscious. But when I speak with my speaking partner, I'm not as stressed. But yes, I definitely make mistakes. But what I usually think about though is that I know how to communicate well. And when I'm teaching French in a classroom, I'm a lot more structured. Like I know exactly what I'm going to say. So I don't make very many mistakes as a teacher. But in like a free conversation, I still do. And it's just the way it is. From Sabir, sir, please discuss phrasal verbs. Yes, I'll do another video on those soon. But if you go to my channel or Brent's channel, American English with Brent, there are a lot of lessons with phrasal verbs. In fact, if I can recommend, Brent does a series now where he looks at the news, recent events in the news, and he usually teaches whatever idioms or sayings or phrasal verbs he hears in the news, he teaches them in that lesson. It's great. He started them, I think, end of summer, and they've been a hit. I think. Hey, Brent, I think people really like those. It's cool. I'm glad you're taking the time to help people understand a little more of what's going on in the world, because sometimes the news has vocabulary and phrases you don't always understand. So that's American English with Brent. He's in the chat right now. Check out his channel. Fatima, hi teacher. I've been learning from you since the past 2 years, and I have learned a lot from you. I want to thank you for that. You are welcome. It's no problem. I enjoy doing it. From Katerina, my congratulations. You're the best teacher in the world. Always with love, from Ukraine. You are very, very welcome. And then from Gleb, hi Bob, you are the best English teacher for me. I think I might have a photo of you, Gleb, coming up. We'll have to see. Okay, let's get to the next set. Everyone give me 2 seconds to switch the directory that I'm in. Where are we? Are we in photos? We're in the 4th one, right? And you should see that disappear. And we have Deepak. Hi, Deepak. Nice to see you. I might go a little faster with the photos now. We've been at this for 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is Deepak. Nice photo. It's very cool to have a photo from you. From Ramdane, I think these are olive trees. I'm not 100% sure. But I also really like the color blue of your hat. Julio, so I was trying to figure out, it looks like there are like roller coasters and a water park in the background possibly. So I'm sure Julio is on vacation somewhere, or maybe he just lives beside an amusement park. Who knows? Okay, let me switch. I got to switch to my next directory so I can see where I'm at. If you're wondering what I'm saying, I have all the photos on my other screen. This is Chengyi. Sitting outside. Looks like the lights on the lamppost are on already. So maybe that's a reflection of the sun. But definitely, I'm guessing probably student or definitely a younger person than me. Maybe someone who has just graduated and starting their job. Chengi, thank you for the photo. Fransti, very nice suit, very nice color blue. I would say you're rocking that suit. Looks good on you. Christopher. So I was trying to figure this out, but Christopher is by the water. There's some kind of monkey on Christopher's back. And I'm going to guess that you are on vacation because I think Christopher is from a Northern European country. I don't want to give away people's private information, but Christopher got the fanny pack on the front, very handy when you are out and about. Pedro in the chat says, how many photos did you get? 250, and we've looked at about 200. Yeah, we're almost done. Josie looks very happy to be learning English. You can see she's watching a video from my other channel. So when you rub off on someone, it means your behavior starts to be copied by them. So if you are happy all the time, it might rub off on your kids and they might be happy all the time. Thanks, Josie, for the picture. Nice smile. Hector. So Hector, another person. Again, I didn't know people watched YouTube on TV, but I do. So obviously other people do. Hector, I liked it that you printed out a thank you because it kind of looks like the pages I print for my other channel. I always have a little card, like a piece of paper like that. So Hector, thank you for the photo and thank you for making me smile. Juan, also, you can see me right in the background there. Juan is learning a bit of English, watching a Bob the Canadian video on his laptop. So very cool. Thanks for the photo, Juan. Andy sitting outside, very stylish. With the white shoes. They get dirty, Andy, really easily. Just so you know, they look great, but they often do. But anyways, Andy, thank you for the photo. It looks beautiful where you are. Very nice. Roberto. So I wanted to focus on Roberto for just 2 seconds longer. I feel like this is like my twin from another country. I really like the shirt. It looks like it has a button-down collar and a pocket and short sleeves. Roberto, and a great name. Robert, Roberto, Bob, all good names. So thanks, Roberto, for that photo. I think I have a shirt like that from I think it's a Chaps shirt. I think I have one quite a bit like it. Yan. So Yan has an interest in music, and Yan has a YouTube channel, by the way. If you look it up, I can't remember what it's actually called. But out there in the wilderness with a guitar, strumming away. Very cool, very fun. Nice leather jacket, by the way. Herath, standing in front of a helicopter. This had me very intrigued, but it's very cool. Thanks, Herath, for this photo. I think you're probably just getting off the helicopter. Maybe you just recently went for a flight. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I should check something here. I don't usually live stream this long, but everything seems to be working still. Very cool. Anyways, thanks for the photo, Harath. So FanX, I don't know if this is your actual name. I had to pull it out of the email, but thank you for this. I'm just going to let viewers try to guess where you are and who you're with. Certainly you are not the person in the costume, I don't think. Maybe you are, but thank you for the photo regardless. Feruza, very, very nice photo, standing in front of a large body of water. We would probably call it a pond with a fountain in it. And you can see some ducks there. So it must be a little cooler there. Time to wear the red winter coat or jacket. So just to stay warm. But Feruza, thank you for the photo. Arbert, watching me. I hope I got your name correct. Sitting there with a laptop and has a keyboard attached, probably so that he can type really, really quickly with my channel up on the screen. I like the plants in the corner. Arbert, sometimes it's nice to have a few plants to just kind of brighten up your home a little bit. Malen, thank you for the photo. Very cool. Standing in front of a fence that looks like it's made out of metal. Very cool. I like the nice shirt, nice blue shirt. Am I saying I like blue shirts too much? I really do, though. I don't know. Obviously, it's my preference. Artem, so I was trying to figure this out because it looks like you're high up somewhere and you're with your dog. I don't think you're climbing anywhere. I think you maybe just are at the top or at the edge of a mountain or something like that. But Artem, thank you for the photo of you and your dog out for a walk, enjoying nature. Very, very cool. Jihad, standing in front of what looks like a shipping lane. Very cool. Wearing the jean jacket. If you were wondering what a jean jacket was, that is a jean jacket. So nice shades, and very cool to see the ships in the background. So this is Victoria and Carrie. Carrie is the one driving. Victoria took the picture. Carrie is listening to me. He's not watching. I'm pretty sure he's not watching me while he's driving, but on his commute, he likes to listen to Bob, the Canadian English lessons, maybe repeating, maybe watching it on repeat, like listening to it twice. Nikita, very nice picture as well, seeing me in the background. It's kind of funny because I see you and I see me in the background. And then when I look out the window, I see the tree that I can see in the video. So very cool. Thanks, Nikita, for that photo. This is another Bob. And this is Bob standing in a similar pose to the one I made as an example. So thank you, Bob, for that. It made me smile. It's a little hard to see, but Bob's also wearing a blue plaid shirt and standing outside leaning against a tree. But it's definitely not Canada, is it? It's definitely somewhere a little warmer. Farzina is also an English teacher, if I remember correctly. Farzana, lovely picture. I like the stone walkway with the railing and the stairs and the nice stone wall. Very, very cool. And then just some nice sunlight coming through. Very cool picture. And I wish you the best as you continue teaching. This is Tolik and Christina. Very nice picture of this couple out for a walk, probably in the fall. Tolik's the first one wearing what we would call a vest. A vest is like, well, it can be similar to a winter coat with no sleeves. So it's a very, very nice, warm thing to wear. Very nice photo of the two of you. Frederick, bonjour. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say where people were from. Frederick standing outside with a tree in the background. Again, I'm not sure if this was intentional, but my example picture was me standing by a tree. So I like it when people send me pictures like this. Very cool. Maybe planted in your backyard. I'm not 100% sure. Alejandro. So Alejandro wearing a vibrant green t-shirt, watching my lesson there on a tablet, and just hopefully enjoying your day. I hope you're having a good day, Alejandro. And then I was trying to see if your hat, no, I thought it was like for a Canadian beer company, but it's for something different. So Freddie. So you might know Freddie. I'm not going to say too much about Freddie, except that I met him once before. We had a class together when I did live classes. So I did meet Freddie. Very, very awesome guy. You might recognize him as Freddie Wolf in the chat. Good to see you, Freddie. Hockey as well. Good to see you. We don't often get to see people's thumbs, but I was going to say you might recognize Hockey as well, but it's really just Hockey's thumb. But thanks for the photo, Hockey. And again, another person who has a laptop, but then a full-size keyboard. Sometimes it's just easier to type on a full-size keyboard. In the chat, Bazira says, Bob, are you going to vote for Kamala or Trump? So I am in Canada. I just get to watch. It's like the best TV ever when America has an election. Sorry, I shouldn't joke around. But honestly, we just sit up here in the north and we watch our neighbors across the border. And whatever happens, happens. That's all I'll say. I like to stay out of politics in my live stream. So we'll probably order pizza and just watch the results come in. Ruslana is driving or riding, actually. So Ruslana, good to see you. I hope you're having a nice day. I hope that you guys both look very, very, well, Ruslana, you look very happy. I'm not sure about the person driving. It might be one of those looks like, are you taking a picture right now? That's what I feel like he is saying to you. But thank you for the photo. Sorry to make fun of you a little bit. It's a beautiful photo. Anmal, again, another nice photo of someone who is watching a lesson on a laptop, learning a bit of English. Very cool. Thanks, Anmal, for the photo. Faisal, outdoors, taking a nice photo. And thank you for sending it, Faisal. I know I'm going a little faster now. I feel like I do need to wrap this up at some point. And we have about 40 more photos to go through. So Faisal, thank you for the photo. Marie, thank you for the photo from the Czech Republic. Watch me on a phone. So I'm surprised when I check my stats. Like I think 60% of people watch my videos on a phone. That is the most common thing to watch it on. And then computer is second. And then I guess I could probably see if it's a TV or not. Thanks, Marie. Praveen, looking out the window, thinking deep thoughts, probably. Thanks, Praveen, for the photo. I hope whatever you were thinking about in this photo, you solved. Sophia, thanks for the photo as well. It looks like you are somewhere. If you look in the background, you can see a little bit of dappled sunlight coming through the trees. So you're obviously outdoors somewhere. I hope you had an enjoyable day wherever this photo was taken. Ramdane. So didn't we have this photo already? I think I've had this twice. Yes. Ramdane gets featured twice. I think last time I said, I think these were olive trees and I like the color of your hat. Lang looks surprised. Lang, I think this is your name. I had to kind of extract it from the email address, but you look, we did facial expressions yesterday. This is a good one. This is a look of surprise, happiness. It's certainly fun. Mohammed, thank you for the photo as well. It's cool to see people who look happy and are enjoying life. So I hope that's where you are and that is your situation. Another Mikhailo. Wait, did we have this photo already? No, I don't think we did. We had this name already though. Thanks, Mikhailo, for this photo. I might have doubled up on this one. It doesn't matter though. Thanks for the photo and thanks for sending it to me. I think I talked about a shirt like this already. It's all blurring together. Key Park, so another long-time viewer. Key Park, I thank you for sending a photo. I know you didn't want to send necessarily a photo of your face, but thank you for sending a photo of you sitting and learning a bit of English. Very, very cool. Musa is definitely happy and Musa's kid is happy. I was looking at this photo, hoping that your sunglasses don't fall off and get wrecked, but definitely, Musa, thank you for the photo of two very happy people. Happiness makes other people happy. This is Little Pony C. Also did not want to send a photo of themselves, but wanted to send a photo. So a photo of a shark. If you were wondering what I was talking about earlier, when I mentioned there's going to be a shark, this is what I meant. So Little Pony C, thank you for the photo. Hakan, who I call Unsel, and apparently I say it slightly wrong. But Unsel, thank you for the photo. Very cool. I'm not sure exactly where you are in this photo, but it's intriguing. I wonder if it's a train station or something. It has kind of that look to it. If you're in the chat, you can tell us. But Unsel, who normally goes by Hakan, thank you for the photo. Soda, you can see there on the ledge, there's a little tablet or phone with my video playing on it. And Soda looks like he's just having a good day. Thumbs up, enjoying life, enjoying learning a bit of English. Thanks, Soda. I think Soda was in the chat earlier as well. Mykola, another clever way to not completely show your face. You can see it's a dimly lit room. Mykola is watching a Bob the Canadian video and learning a little bit of English. And Brent says, hey, I've met Unsel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have. Yep. Ahmed, looking stylish. I like the gray suit jacket. You look ready to learn or ready to work at a nice job. So very, very cool photo. Thanks, Ahmed, for sending that. And Fuad. Thank you, Fuad, for this photo as well. I believe Fuad is also a teacher. I might get some of these wrong. Sorry if I do, but thank you for sending the photo. Okay, I'm going to do 2 questions and go right back to pictures. Actually, there's no more questions in the form. We're going to go right back to pictures. I am really enjoying this, but I also feel like it's been an hour and a half. So let's look at the last, I think it's only about 35 pictures, and then we will wrap this up. I'm glad there wasn't like 1,000 pictures. That would have been near impossible. Let me switch to photos 5, and we're starting with Alina. So Alina sent me a couple photos, one of her on a boat, one of her with a plant. If you send me 2 photos and one has a plant in it, I'm going to choose the one with the plant. I think this is nasturtium. I think that's the actual name for it. But Alina, thank you for the photo. Very nice plant. It's nice to see flowers in bloom. Mohammed, looking really stylish. I love the lighting in this room. I have really boring lighting in my house. Like they're just like bulbs. but this is kind of cool. It's a little bit of some colored lights, etc., etc. So thanks, Mohammed, for that picture and showing us a little bit of your house. Célestin also speaks French. You can tell because there's an accent on the E. And I'm pretty sure this picture is from a library. Thanks, Célestin. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thanks for the photo, and I hope you're having a good day. Gamini, I hope I'm saying the name right. It might be Jamini, but Gamini, thank you for the photo as well. I hope you are learning a lot of English. I hope you're still enjoying the lessons. Thank you for sending me a little email with your photo in it. Wesley. So Wesley is kind of doing the, I want to send my photo, but not really pose. So very, very cool. Nice. I believe Wesley is from way south of here. By the way, I got pictures from probably almost every country in the world that can watch YouTube. So South America, I'll tell you this, Wesley's in South America. I won't say which country, but thanks for the photo, Wesley. And thanks for showing me your laptop, and you're working away there, learning a bit of English with one of my videos. Alexi. So Alexi, longtime contributor, commenter on my other channel and this channel. I can't remember how long Alexi's been around, but we share a similar profession. I will say that. If you look at the first photo on the far, what side is that? It's your, on the far left, you'll see Alexi in his professional attire. And if you look at the photo here where he's holding the phone, more of his relaxing attire. Alexi often comments about, I'm pretty sure enjoys being outside, as you can see in that photo. So I think we're two birds of a feather would be a good way to describe it. I think we're pretty similar people. Sally, again, a very cool take on sending a photo. I appreciate this. Watching a video, taking some notes, learning as much English as you can. Very cool. Ralph struggled with whether he wanted to send a photo, but then decided to send one. So thank you, Ralph, for the photo. I think your winter hat looks great. I think it looks, you look nice and warm and cozy. I'm sure you had a nice day when you took this photo. Olina, another English teacher. Good to see you, Olina. I'm pretty sure I got that right. And a cat. Very nice to see your cat as well. And I wish you and your students all the best. Barbara, nice photo as well. Thank you for sending me a nice smiley face. Again, always nice to see people smiling. And Barbara, I hope your day is going well. So this is Aoi and her daughter. So again, definitely a tropical place. Definitely way warmer than Canada. Probably year round. So nice photo. Thank you for sending it. I'm glad that the two of you are enjoying the lessons. Zan standing here. Very cool. Pretty sure you can figure out where Zan is. I hope I'm saying your name right. But yes, nice photo. Nice sunny day out there exploring one of the wonderful parts of the world. Like, that's a pretty amazing thing in the background. That's pretty cool. Marisol, smiling, enjoying life. Obviously enjoying learning English as well. I do have to comment that, how do I say this nicely? People from around the world look a lot healthier sometimes than Canadians and Americans do. Sorry, Brent. I don't mean to disrespect Americans, but Canadians and Americans, yeah, I'll just say it. A lot of us don't look as healthy as people from around the world. So Marisol looks very healthy. Anka, having an enjoyable day with a friend. Thanks for the photo, Anka. Eric, got to be working out there somewhere in the North Atlantic or the North Sea. I can't remember the exact details, but Eric, he is geared up to do some serious work. Safety helmet, probably a life jacket, probably has to clip on when he is doing work as well. So very cool, Eric. Thank you for that photo. Kate, having some fun, throwing an apple up in the air. Kate sent a few photos. I thought this one was the most fun and showed the most character. So out there, probably driving a pretty cool vehicle wherever you were when you took this. Aziz, good to see you, Aziz. It's nice to see a face. Thank you for watching the lessons. I hope you're having a good day. Alexander, again, sorry if I sound really short with some of these little comments, but here's Alexander wearing a nice hoodie. A hoodie is a sweatshirt with a hood on it. with the Bob the Canadian channel up on the screen. Brent says to me, the U.S. is always catching strays in Bob's live lessons. Yeah. I'm humorously slightly disrespectful of Americans, even though I have American relatives. And it's just kind of the way Americans make a little bit of fun of Canadians and we make a little bit of fun of Americans, but we are really all, I guess we're cousins. That's how I would describe it. My cousins to the south. Anyways, thanks, Alexander, for the photo. Darren, another person who likes to climb and go up way high. So way high up in the mountain, probably relaxing after the exertion of climbing a mountain. Gleb, I think Gleb was in the chat earlier or asked a question earlier. Gleb sent a photo and I didn't know the name to go with it, so I emailed back. So Gleb was one of the few people who actually got an email back from me. So Gleb, thank you for the photo. Hope you're having a good day. And thank you for participating in the channel by asking questions. This is Anna and Nelchi. They are mother and daughter, and they watch my lessons together. This is actually quite common, by the way, in the comments as well. I often will have people tell me that they watch these lessons with their parents. Sometimes older people enjoy watching my lessons when their sons or daughters are visiting so that they can explain things to them. So very cool. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe the older person is explaining to the younger person. This is Maria with a nice smile. Again, somewhere definitely warmer than Canada. I can tell if we were playing GeoGuessr, I would say this is not Canada. This is somewhere much warmer. It's very, very cool to have a photo from you, Maria. Thank you. This is Kathy. Again, someone enjoying a little bit of time by the pool. In Canada, most pools are closed for the season. People drain the water a little bit lower and then they put a tarp on top. Eugene, cool sunglasses, cool headphones. Oh, to be young again. I could be so cool if I was young again. Eugene, you look great. Thank you for the photo. I can't grow hair like that anymore either. Very, very cool. This is Serene. Very cool picture as well. I was just in Toronto. I don't think this is Toronto. I don't know where this is, but I was just in the city, and sometimes I think I could live in the city, but then sometimes when I get back home, I think, no, I like the country better. So nice picture of Serene from the city. This is Zia sitting and contemplating life, thinking about what English words should I learn today. That's what I think Zia is thinking, sitting there with a blanket to stay warm. Very, very nice. This is Helena. I think Helena was in the chat earlier. It's good to see you, Helena. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for sending a photo. I hope you are having a good day as well. Where are we at? We have Tanya. I thought this was a cool picture. There's some contrast here. Tanya's wearing a beautiful dress, but she's out in the countryside. And there's even a cow in the background. So kind of a cool shot of, like, you understand contrast, right? Like, it's kind of a cool contrast. Farouk, this is a cool pose standing out. I have to visit somewhere like this someday where there's sand everywhere. I have not experienced that. That would be very, very fun. Here we have Ella and a random stranger in the background. So it looks like Ella is out, probably having a coffee or some dinner at an outdoor cafe. Thank you for the photo, Ella. I hope you are having a good day as well. And we're into the last ones that came in this morning. This is Panate. This was the second last photo that came in. So thank you for this, Panate. I hope you're having a good day. And this is Baruz watching an English lesson from me on his laptop sitting by a window. By the way, it's always nice to sit by a window where there's lots of natural light. You think this is the longest live stream I've ever done? I can't believe there's still 270 people watching. That's kind of cool. This was very enjoyable. So Soda's in the chat. I'm pretty sure Soda sent a picture in earlier on in the set. Soda says, hopefully you will have a live stream with photos of your students one day again. We'll see, maybe in a year. But man, this is longer than I expected. Brett says it's good-natured banter. Yes. Generally, Canadians and Americans are quite friendly with each other. We share a lot of, like, we have sports teams that play in the same leagues, like hockey, basketball, baseball, etc. So sometimes there's rivalry, but sometimes there's good. Mostly it's good, I would say. Okay, you know what? I think that's it. There's no questions in the form. I've gone through all the photos. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for all the photos. Thank you for giving me a glimpse into what the other end of my YouTube channel looks like. Like I just see the part where I put videos online, and in the comments, I see a little glimpse, but it was nice to see people around the world learning English from me. It was really cool. So thank you very much for that. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully I don't know if all of you stuck around. Some of you have been here for almost the whole hour and 45 minutes. Awesome. Hopefully I didn't take up too much of your time. But anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to not talk till Monday. So have a good day. New video coming out Monday. There'll be a short version of yesterday's lesson out tomorrow. There'll be a new lesson coming out Tuesday, and live lesson again next Friday. We just keep right on going. Anyways, thanks a lot. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks especially to my members in the chat who help others out and kind of keep the conversation going. Very cool. And then thanks to Brent for being here. It's always nice to have another English teacher on board when doing a live stream. So thanks, Brent, for doing that. And again, I mentioned it before, Brent does really cool videos right now about recent news and then teaches phrasal verbs, idioms, sayings, common English phrases. So go check that out, American English with Brent. Have a great weekend, everybody.